Because there's like so much I would love to know about being a 21-year-old girl.
Like what?
I mean, first of all, I mean, you know, you're adorable, you're cute. It's just the way of the world. I mean, you got the world by the balls when you're...
Yikes.
What?
Bill Maher had Hailey Welch, the Hawk Tuah girl, as a guest on his Club Random podcast. Things got weird. Things got creepy. Bill Maher was cringy. Emma Vigeland on the Majority Report and her co-host broke all of this down. Let's check this out.
You guys know the Hawk Tuah girl, right?
I don't know as much about this. I haven't seen the video. I've seen it going around. I didn't realize it was a sex thing.
Well, Matt introduced it to when I was on Left Reckoning. I hadn't heard too much. I did a little research before going on your show, scientific research.
Yeah, she's a girl named Hailey from Tennessee who was out in Nashville, I think. And there's those people who do those interviews where they just ask people on the street sort of questions. And the question was like, how do you spice things up in the bedroom? And she said, you got to Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. And it went probably as viral as anything has gone in
a very long time. She got some fame, largely just men being like weirdly creepy about her describing spitting in the sexual act. So who has her on his program? Well, it's the biggest creep.
Of course. I mean...
So the biggest creep of them all. I mean, okay, look.
Gets me every time.
He actually has removed some alcohol from the table after the Heidecker parody, I think.
Tissues are still there.
But good for her. She likes High Noon. That's perfect for someone who's 21 years old, right? I mean, just a reminder, he's in his 60s.
I'm not comfortable that he's near this woman.
You're going to be less comfortable when you hear how he... Okay, so we're what, 5 minutes into the interview? He's supposed to be drinking and smoking throughout, so you'd hope that he's getting progressively more drunk and high as it goes on. We do that with our coverage.
Get the cigars that I use for talking to 20-year-old women, please.
Yeah, no. He's watering down his liquor today.
Yeah, it's already like 11 a.m., Brandon, so he's got to have had a few in by this point. Here he is trying to give advice to the Hawk Tuah girl.
So, like, your origin story is Hawk Tuah.
Oh my God.
It's cute, but we must now
move forward.
Be very circumspect in how we allow people to, how long we let them play that out. And you got to play a little hardball with this, and insist on Hailey, and that's why it's important also to figure out your next step. So that will probably come out just during the course of this conversation. It's better if it just happens organically. I find in my mentoring life.
Your mentoring life.
Yes, it is what it is, and it's now.
What exactly does Bill Maher mean by his mentoring life? Is this just all the young women that Bill Maher has dated? The Hawk Tuah girl, I'm sure, has representation and managers and all that kind of stuff. She's been going on lots of podcasts. So I think this Hailey Welch is probably going to be okay in that regard, and probably does not need Bill Maher to be her mentor, quote unquote.
Next thing. Because there's like so much I would love to know about being a 21-year-old girl.
Like what?
I mean, first of all, I mean, you know, you're adorable, you're cute. It's just the way of the world. I mean, you got the world by the balls when you're...
Yikes.
What? Okay. But like, your day-to-day before this happened was like working in a... Where'd you work?
A spring factory.
Oh, spring factory,
okay,
right.
I'm sorry. I gotta go back. I just want... I'm sorry, everyone, but we have to... This is like an artistic reproduction of every Me Too casting call. Like,
this is almost like a parody.
It's almost... It's like people... It's like if there's like a historical... replication for kids 50 years, like, what was this moment like? What were women going through, when they go to Harvey Weinstein's couch? Not saying he's done any sexual assault, but just the energy. Let's keep going.
Go back a little bit.
I feel bad for her. She just seems so normal. Like,
so
she just
normal.
seems like just like a normal girl.
The Spring Factory thing is what I'm most interested in, and nobody seems to think of it's anything other than something to move off from. You got up at the wee hours of the morning to go work in a Spring Factory. You have an interesting angle into this economy, but everyone's like, "Oh, what are you going to do next?" What they mean is, which media parasites are you going to go help sell ads for after you're done selling ads for my shit?
Yeah.
It's just the way of the world. I mean, you got the world by the. It's just the way of the world. I mean, you got the world by the balls when you're. What? Okay. But like, your day to day before this happened was like working in a. Where'd you work?
A spring factory.
A spring
Good
factory,
research.
right?
It wasn't nothing bad though. It's not like a normal factory you hear anything about. Like it was really laid back. I enjoyed it there.
Yeah, but it's still a fucking factory. I mean,
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it got the bills paid. That's all that mattered. I didn't mind getting up going to work every day.
which is better, that or now you're in show business?
I mean, show business is kind of nice.
Come on, show business. There's a reason.
kinda fun.
There's a
All right, we
reason
didn't go
everybody
back.
wants to be in show
This
business.
is stupid, but
yeah, it's-
yeah, I mean, whatever. He talks to her about it, but I just wanted the part where he's giving her advice here.
This would make
Okay.
a great country western song. Like this whole, like her whole life. It sounds like so interesting.
It does. Well, should we have played more of that? This was more, I don't want, like, she seems normal and nice. I want to just make fun of Bill Maher. Is this the part?
The Hawk Tuah girl, I feel weird calling her that. Hailey Welch, she seems, like they said, Emma Vigeland says here, she does seem like a nice, normal person who's just been kind of thrown into this viral thing that happened, and now she's having her 15 minutes of fame. But man, Bill Maher comes off as weird here. He should stick to the normal kind of older people that he interviews.
Being a
The part where he
21-year-old
calls
girl.
her, yeah.
Yes, go back 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here.
And in my mentoring life,
Your mentoring life.
yes, because there's like so much I would love to know about being a 21-year-old girl.
Like what?
I mean, first of all, I mean, you know, you're adorable, you're cute. It's just the way of the world. I mean,
All right, we got it. We got it. Just one.
I am running to be president for all of America.
We are all here because we love our country, right? Not for some, but for all.
I wanted to make sure that was
That wasn't
clear.
a question.
He is 68 years old. So
See, he
he's
uses the word-
triple her age. Triple.
He uses the word mentoring, but I have a different word in my head that I don't want to say, but it rhymes with brooming.
Yeah, start with G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm your mentor. That is.
Who else has he mentored?
Yeah, exactly. All the mentees from.
I know something else that starts with an M that comes to mind. Me too. I mean,
just think
he
there's-
seems to be obsessed with cancel culture and other people getting canceled, and you start to wonder when people are that fixated on other people who are being held accountable.
They can be
That
trailing
is
off.
nasty.
I will say that his show, whatever I always forget what the one that show is called, is
Club
so different.
Random. It's so
Club
random.
Club Random is very different when he has a male guest on than when he has like a woman on.
So the whole thing, like they're saying here, this is pretty weird behavior by Bill Maher. The Hawk Tuah girl seems pretty normal, you know, and seems to be that she's handling this fame well. But Bill Maher does just come off as a creepy old man here. I don't know. What do you think? Should Bill Maher get a pass here? Is he just interviewing a younger person and he doesn't really know how to handle it? Or is Bill Maher just kind of a creep and he's creeping on this girl here who, you know, Hailey Welch, Hawk Tuah girl, she handles this really well, at least in the clips that we see here. She seems to have a good head on her shoulders, and like Emma Vigeland and the other ones here on the Majority Report said, she seems like a nice person, but hopefully she is getting good representation so that she can maybe be more than just the Hawk Tuah girl, maybe, you know, have a little bit more than 15 minutes of fame and not have to go back to the Spring Factory, and that she can have good people around her that aren't creepy like Bill Maher appears to be here. So what do you think here? Did you think that Bill Maher comes off as a weirdo, kind of a lecherous old guy with this much, much younger woman on his show, Club Random? Do you think the Hawk Tuah girl handled this well, that Hailey Welch does seem like she has a good head on her shoulders? Make sure to give me a comment, a like, and subscribe. It helps me to grow the channel if you want to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video.